Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm giving it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. Show them skills. Yeah, how about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, start the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? Rep where you from? Where you post, department, your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar. One man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 90. Wolf. Off the curl.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 orange. General. Max. Screen. What's the screen?
From the gun, Love. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for the Dolphins. 46 yards.
First down, Miami.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Kill, kill, kill. Mike 5-4.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
29-yard line.
56. Not today, you are. Not today. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. H3, 2, 18. Chopper, chopper. I 7. Let's go. 56. Mike, 56. Ready to go.
To throw on 2nd down. Love into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game? Centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy. Take care of the football. We're on the road. You're a youngster. Let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation will shift to, okay, put it behind you. Move on. Long way to go in this one.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Back at his own 5-yard line.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. It's caught. Smith. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Charles Harris in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returnable for Grant. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready, set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Scene 6. Right there. 54. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. reception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw again. Love. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
Back. Go. Check. Motion out of the backfield. And go.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Second and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
3rd and 7.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop the throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Charles Harris, his second sack of the night. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, it's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now 1st down. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
36-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Charlie, 56 is Mike, 56 is Mike. Hey, let's go.
To throw on third down. Love. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Patriots nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Aguilar. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Bullet ride. Mike 52, Mike 52. Ready.
Back to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission. Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Love. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears. There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
First down at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Back to throw here. It's caught by Aguilar. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one. I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Here we go. Set 90. Walk. 6 guard. Check 6 guard.
2nd and 11. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, Love. And my goodness, another interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gostkowski the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Now it's Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Dolphin first down.
first down. It's Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Michel. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Bravo! 52, watch 52. 52's the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs. New mic 52, mic 52. Orbit. Here we go. Hot.
They'll set up a throw. Aguilar has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Jim.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. On the ground, Michel. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. I'm coming. Ready to go.
And it's Michel once again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On the set. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Hey, keep it up. Go. Mike 50. I'm coming. Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. He sets to fire deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run again with Hunt. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll run on first down. Hunt, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Down. 50. Plant. Hey, here I come. Ready, go.
From the gun, Love. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 15 lining. Okay, just like that.
2nd and 13. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So now on 4th down, on comes Steven Gostkowski to try and get the patch 3. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll bring them back within 4. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run right side with Hunt. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Here we go, here we go. 60 orange. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 3rd and 2, Love. And it's caught by Parker. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They run again with Hunt. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Love. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On first down, it's Hunt. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game. And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return will stop right around the 25. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This is Grant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground. Ballage again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
You better be afraid of me. Mike 54. Mike 54. Silver.
From the gun, Love. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the counter, Hunt. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They're going to run this with a tight end. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Operating from the gun. Love. Wilson's got it complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead for fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
He'll look to throw. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Nelson Aguilar. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Mike. 180. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, this is a win they're going to hang their hat on. They go on the road and defeat the defending Super Bowl champs.
Partner, they came, they saw, they conquered.
They conquered.
But before all that happened with the conquering part, they believed. They thought it all week. It was evident when we talked to them before the ball game that they thought they could get this done, and they knew exactly how, had a plan, formulated it, and then executed it. That's a big-time win to take down the defending Super Bowl champs.
So for the Dolphins, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Miami next week. Meanwhile, for New England, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA.
I do this for the family.